So, because let's be real, one of the biggest difference between traveling in your 20s and traveling in your 30s isn't just about the energy levels. Currently, it's also about how the economy of that country is. Inflation currently has made everything more expensive, not just the flights, but the food, the accommodation, and even just things that used to be free now has a little bit of a cost. So in your 20s, you might have been broke, but travel felt doable. Whereas now, even with a better salary, it feels like travel is again a luxury that you can't afford. And this is already on top of being actually able to afford travel. But we just thought that we would be in a different position, that given that we are, like me and my partner both have an income, that we wouldn't feel the pinch as much. So it was actually quite sad for us in a way to be like, it still feels the same as what it felt like when we were in our 20s. And now the economy feels unstable, right? Layoffs, high rent, global uncertainty makes it a little bit harder to justify going on trips for longer or spending that much money on a trip. So yes, travel has gotten more expensive, more complicated, and a little bit more loaded, emotionally loaded. It's actually, while we're trying to figure out how to travel in this new economy, some of the countries at the moment are trying to figure out how to deal with the rise in tourism in their country. And I think it's also important to note that a lot of the headlines that's associated with like tourists go home, which is being sprayed all over in Barcelona, or locals in Venice protesting cruise ships, or Parisian complaining about how Airbnbs are taking over their neighborhoods. Even the cities that complain the loudest about over-tourism, they still need tourists. Like in Paris, tourism actually brings in $36 billion a year, and that's millions of tax revenue, and cultural institutions staying open. Can we get tourists to be better, to be more respectful of the country? So when both me and my boyfriend are traveling, I now make a lot of effort in making sure that I know the language of the country I'm going. I know the customs. When we're there, like, okay, if we're in Amsterdam, this is a bike path. We made a conscious effort on what can we do to be more respectful tourists so that we don't actually make it a hassle for the people who actually live there.